Hey everyone, Sharai here and welcome back to our next episode of the SWE Universe Mode. We are back with Adrenaline and our last episode of Adrenaline before we hit our next pay-per-view, Chaos Theory, coming up for you tomorrow. But tonight is going to be massive, including a pretty damn big start. Let's cut straight to Daniel Bryan. And there he is, and the man that everybody has been talking about, the man that will go on to Chaos Theory to face off against Adam Cole for the Intercontinental Championship. Of course, Daniel Bryan. We're not seeing him in a couple of weeks, of course, because after he finished Adam Cole's little gauntlet of defeating Bobby Roode and Kyle O'Reilly in successive weeks, he was actually beaten down by Undisputed Era, and the numbers game really got the better of him. And we've seen him disappear for a couple of weeks recovering from that, but he is back now. And we believe he's got some very important news for us here. But it's just going to be tricky, isn't it? Moving forward to that pay-per-view, there's just... it's just so difficult with Adam Cole in the form that he's in, and of course Red Dragon the way they are as well. It's going to be very, very difficult for Daniel Bryan to walk out of Chaos Theory with the Intercontinental Championship. But we know what SWE is like. Stranger things have happened, and if there's anybody you can't write off, of course it is Mr. Daniel Bryan. Rocking the yes movement here with the limited crowd here in the sports gym here at the Adrenaline Arena. So a couple of weeks back, I finally completed Adam Cole's little gauntlet. I defeated Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly in successive weeks to earn myself the right to face Adam Cole at Chaos Theory for the Intercontinental Championship. However, if there's one thing that's dawned on me over the last couple of weeks while I've been away, suffering from the injuries I gained from being attacked basically by the numbers game, 3 men assaulting me, I've realised that what I really need is friends. And I brought myself some friends here this evening that are going to even up the numbers with the Undisputed Era. So the lights have gone out here. Who is this? It looks like... who is this? Oh, it's Cesaro. Wow. So Daniel Bryan bringing in a good friend of his, of course, retro Ring of Honor, retro indie style, Cesaro. And wait, Cesaro looking back at the Titantron. Cesaro's not alone here. Daniel Bryan said he was looking to even up the numbers. Are we going to see Sheamus potentially? It looks like it is, yeah. Oh no, wait. That's not Sheamus. That's Cassius Ohno. The Kings of Wrestling are here in SWE Adrenaline. Wow. That is a hell of a pair of friends for Daniel Bryan to bring in. And this is definitely going to even up the numbers with the Undisputed Era. Cesaro looks ready for action. Wow, what a pull for Daniel Bryan. And here is our opening match of the evening. It's going to be a bit of tag team action for Ring Kampf as they take on Paul London and the Brian Kendrick. I'm looking forward to this one, of course. We're not seeing anything of Ring Kampf Wrestling as a sole tag team so far. Of course, we've seen him in the 6-man tag match, but this should be pretty interesting to see how they get on and whether they're going to be a pretty strong asset to the tag team division here in Adrenaline. I dare say they will be. Why the hell not? But Kendrick and London are the first test they've got, really. Kendrick and London, no offense to Kendrick and London, but they're on the lower side of Adrenaline's tag team roster. And there's nothing against them. It's just the fact that the tag team roster here on Adrenaline is so strong now that it's difficult really to stay on top of them, isn't it? Really. You look at the teams you've got Japanese Strong Style. You've got Best Friends. You've got Bad Influence. You've got, of course, as we saw earlier on. Now we've got the Kings of Wrestling. Got Red Dragon. Got Owens and Zayn. The tag teams on this roster are just absolutely insane. They really, really are insane. And I'm really interested to see how this team gets on. They're going to be absolutely dominant, I feel. I really feel like they're going to be incredibly dominant. So we can start off with Brian Kendrick versus Walter. David versus Goliath springs to mind here. Oh, Massive right hand straight off the bat into a huge German suplex. And Walter wasting no time here on Brian Kendrick. Absolutely destroying him straight out the bat. Straight out the bat? Straight off the bat? Straight out, I don't know. I don't know half the time what I'm on about. Oh, massive powerbomb as well by Walter. And Brian Kendrick is in severe trouble here. And you see Walter, very intelligent tag team work here. Just standing constantly in between Kendrick and London, making sure that Kendrick can't get there to make the tag. Walter now taking Kendrick up on his shoulder for dropping him neck first across that top rope, and Kendrick has spent the majority of the match so far on his back. It's not going well for him, is it really? As Walter now wrenching back at the neck with the arm, hooked behind his calf as well. If I was Kendrick, you know, I'd tap out right now, to be honest. I wouldn't want to be involved in much more of this match. He's getting absolutely hammered here. Oh, but Kendrick finally does make the tag into London, and London see a couple of big kicks, but unable to take Walter off his feet. And now Walter, German suplex on Paul London. Wow. Absolutely brutal here. And we haven't even seen Timothy Thatcher in the ring yet. It's been all Walter so far. Oh, gutbuster as well on Paul London. Walter taking London up into a slam. And I think both Kendrick and London are going to be eager to tag out of this match. I don't think everyone's going to really want to be in it, are they? And Kendrick distracted. It's not the best idea by Kendrick distracting the referee, because that's allowing Walter and Thatcher to work together. And Walter just launching Thatcher straight into London with that crossbody into a dragon screw. And wow, this team is dominant. And so far, I think the only offense London and Kendrick has got is that little series of kicks that London hit Walter with. But he didn't even knock him off his feet, did he? Boom, stamping on the arm as well there by Thatcher. Thatcher now looking potentially for another arm breaker, and really working on the body parts, Thatcher. And Walter was as well working on that arm, so that could be interesting. Thatcher again going after that arm. So deadly. And see London rolling out of the ring. Tries to catch Thatcher unawares, but Thatcher again just catches him in that armbar takedown. Now into a gut wrench suplex. And this is the sort of dominance we were expecting, isn't it? Let's face it. Absolute dominance here. And I don't think Kendrick and London are going to be able to survive much more of this. You see Thatcher again going after this arm. Oh, into an arm breaker. Thatcher now bringing London back up to a kneeling. But oh, London gets a right hand. But he's just too slow to take any advantage. He's taken him to a beating, I think. But as soon as he got a chance to get back in this match, he just took the opportunity to get a breath, really. And Thatcher now, here he is. Locking in the armbar, wrenching back at the arm of London, and London does tap out, and Ring Kampf does get the victory. Quite easy and well-deserved victory as well, and that is definitely going to boost them in the potential tag team rankings here. Great team where you see Walters launching Thatcher across the ring right into London. And you saw Thatcher just continually work on the arm most way through the match before finally getting a chance to lock in the armbar. And as you see, London had to tap out. And there we go then, good solid win for Ring Kampf on their first outing as a official tag team. Oh wait, there's Japanese strong style Sekimoto and Suzuki attacking both Walter and Thatcher from behind at the match, and it looks like this feud between the Japanese strong style and the other contingent does not seem to be ending anytime soon. And here is our next match of the evening. It is going to be a women's triple threat match, and of course the winner of this one will go on to Chaos Theory tomorrow to face off against Tainara Conte for the women's championship. Let's go. What a weird sound I just made. I don't know why I made that sound, to be honest. I'm just generally a weird person, I think. That's the main thing, isn't it? Seems to be the way. So here comes first then Io Shirai. All these three ladies making their first appearance in this season of the Universe mode. I don't think we saw many of these ladies at all in the previous season, did we really? We couldn't really find the decent cores, could we? So we really struggled with these ones, but now we've got them all, and I'm pretty happy with the versions we've got, to be honest. Pretty damn happy. And Io Shirai, I would say probably the favourite in this one for me. I think she's probably the strongest female in this match. Somebody I would expect big things from in the future of SWE. And now we have her, I dare say we'll see a lot more of her as well. I'm thinking of potentially at some point maybe doing like a Japanese universe mode, maybe. Showcase some of the best Japanese, so not necessarily just Japanese though, but Japanese slash people who have worked extensively in Japan. So I'd probably utilise the likes of Omega, Styles, the Bucks, as well as maybe the Gorillas of Destiny. Also, what else is there? Even if you go old school, you go Jericho, you go Benoit. It'd be a very interesting one to do, and having the females... Can you imagine a female roster based with Kairi Sane, Io Shirai and Asuka as three of the main females? That'd be pretty good. I like the way that Santana Garrett's face is literally a picture. It's like it's a mask with just her face just pasted over the top. Which is a shame, because apart from that, it does actually look pretty good. But it's just pretty scary, isn't it? Let's face it. Rachael Ellering. A bit of an iffy one here, like Rachael Ellering. I like Rachael Ellering, but I'm not quite sure this is the best core. It's not terrible, but it's by no means good. To be honest with you, but I don't know. It's tricky to tell, isn't it? Sometimes it's tricky to tell. I do like her though. I think she's a decent wrestler. I think it's someone that... Well, I was a bit confused because WWE did make a big thing out of Ellering being related to Paul Ellering, and I thought that they might. Just avoid that in general. I thought they might have just concentrated more on keeping them separate because of the way that Paul Ellering is involved in what he does. I thought it would have made more sense to keep them separate, but I don't know whether having the... The thing is, it wouldn't make much sense. Would having that female Ellering as part of that group, I don't think it would have made a lot of sense, to be honest. You never know. Would have been interesting though, wouldn't it? And it's Santana Garrett in charge at the moment, taking her two opponents down. So my favourite for this one, I think, is Io Shirai. I think she's a very, very strong wrestler, and it wouldn't surprise me if we did see more of her in this match. And Io Shirai versus Tainara Conte is a match I would prefer to see as well, to be honest. I would like to see that match. I really would. You see here Santana Garrett and Io Shirai both working over... So Rachel Evers and Io Shirai both working over Santana Garrett. Io Shirai, nice German suplex on Santana Garrett, now into a good headlock takedown. Well, I don't know whether to consider potentially doing at some point an all-female universe mode. I don't know how people would feel about that. Maybe doing a smaller one, just see how people get on with it. Maybe like one in-game month's worth of build-up. We could do something like that. Just see how it goes. I think now we've got the freedom to do these sort of things. Rather than just working on the sole one universe mode over and over again. I think the having the freedom to push on and just sort of make loads of individual universes and just make them interesting, I think. I'm enjoying this. We've got some lined up already for you straight after this one, so there's going to be some cool stuff on this channel moving forward, I think. I think as time's gone on, we've sort of developed different ways of doing things, and hopefully we're moving in the right direction and making the shows better, and keeping more people happy. That's my hope anyway. As Santana Garrett mounts up to the middle rope, but Io Shirai rolls out of the way. Io Shirai once again splashed to the back of Santana Garrett now. As Rachael Evers back in the ring, catching Io Shirai with a reverse DDT. Evers now up to the middle rope, dropping an elbow around the face, that was. That was a brutal elbow, that was. On the face of Io Shirai. Ellering elbows to the back of the head now into a pin. But Santana Garrett able to break it up. And of course, remember, this is a big match. The winner of this one, like I said, will get that match against Tainara Conte for the Women's Championship tomorrow night on our Chaos Theory pay-per-view. Oh, Ellering here looking at Io Shirai at the same time. Oh, beautiful. Frankensteiner on Santana Garrett, landing on Io Shirai. And then dropping Shirai with that big slam. That could be game, set, match here. There's the pin by Rachael Ellering. 1, 2. Oh, it's only a 2 count. Wow. Wow, indeed. That could have been brutal. That could have been a great finish. But Rachael Ellering continuing the assault, continuing the dominance. Pin once again, but Santana Garrett makes her way back in. And now she goes to the pin on Io Shirai right in front of Rachael. That wasn't really going to work, was it really? Nice overhand there by Ellering, and then into a big super kick on Santana Garrett. And there's a pin once again by Ellering. 1, 2. Oh, and again it's a kick out on 2, but Rachael Ellering, dominant. Dominant's an understatement though, isn't it, really? She's absolutely hammering these other 2 ladies, but Santana Garrett now able to get some offense back. She went for a T-bone, but Rachael Ellering rolled it through into a package. And now Io Shirai is back up on her feet and just trying to get that blood moving in her arms. Taking a second to get her bearings back while the other 2 ladies battle. That's probably a clever thing to do. There's no point in getting involved until she needs to. Oh! And she just eats a massive boot in the face once again by Ellering into the pin. And there's the 3 count. Wow, Rachael Ellering has just demolished everybody. Everybody. Wow. That was really, really, really one-sided. I was not expecting that at all. And if I was expecting that, it was going to be Io Shirai dominating, not Rachael Evers. That was brutal, that was. And if I was Tainara Conti, I'd be looking at this performance here by Rachael Evers and thinking, I've got to be careful. I've got to be careful about my reign, because this could be bloody dangerous. And it could have won a few times beforehand, of course. That big slam on Io Shirai and after the Frankensteiner onto Sharai. That big boot here where she rolled through the potential T-bone suplex as well. That could have been a victory quite easily. But eventually it was just that. Wow, as Sharai leant forward, she just took a massive boot right in the face. Absolutely brutal. And Rachael Evers goes on to the pay-per-view. And as you can see, she's very happy and incredibly generic at the same time. Incredibly generic. Bless her. Bless her cotton socks. And here's our next match. It's going to be a very Ring of Honor classic-y one, isn't it? With Donovan Dijak taking on Jay Lethal. And of course, Lethal will have his current tag team partner ringside, of course, Mr. Sonjay Dutt. Seen those 2 guys team together quite a bit of this universe. It's been nice to see them again. And that just goes on from what we were saying earlier on with the Ring Kampf versus Kendrick and London match. Just the strength in the tag team division we've got. It's crazy, isn't it? Really, really crazy the strength we've got. But I think Donovan Dijak is going to be a very interesting person to have in this match. Very, very strong. Very, very dangerous. And Lethal may struggle here. Lethal, of course, very good wrestler in his own account. Very good at what he does. Former Ring of Honor champion. It makes you wonder with the strength that Dijak has. Will he be able to keep up? Will Dijak just outpower him really early on? So here comes Lethal and Dutt then. And yeah, say Jay Lethal, former Ring of Honor champion, former Ring of Honor television champion, former TNA X Division champion as well. He really has been around. And now gets a chance to showcase. So this could be the big one for Lethal. A big victory here against Dijak, who's undefeated so far in this season of Universe Mode, also. Then again, he hasn't necessarily had many difficult matches, has he, either? Dijak clubbing blow to the back of Lethal, now bringing Lethal back up to his feet. Oh, and this was saying about the strength advantage early on by Dijak. Absolutely brutalising Lethal and slamming him down. Wow. Big hit. Dijak bringing Lethal back up to his feet. Now Lethal springs off the rope. Lethal DDT. It was quite a lethal DDT, actually. Lethal now sending Dijak off the ropes. And, oh, wow, showing some strength of his own. A lot of strength. And Lethal now snap suplex on Dijak into the corner as well. Dragon screw by Lethal on Dijak. Lethal once again bringing Dijak up to his feet. Nice. Nice suplex. Dijak rolling out the way of that kick though, and this is a pretty good match. I thought it was going to be. Good back and forth going on. Lethal with the snap suplex. Bringing Dijak up to a seated base before hitting him with a drop kick in the spine. Now Lethal bringing Dijak up to his feet. In for the flatliner. Wow, big move. Dijak is grounded and Lethal, instead of taking advantage and continuing the assault, he's taunting the crowd. I'm quite sure that's the best thing to do, to be honest. Lethal now springing. Nope, Dijak reversing. Now Lethal springboard cutter on Dijak. There's the pin. 1, 2. Oh, and Dijak kicked out. I thought it might be a bit early to get the pin. But he went for it. You can't blame him for going for it, can you? That was very impressive. Dijak rolled out the way, but Lethal caught him now. Looking for that DDT, actually. Dijak fighting back. And again, Dijak this time taunting the crowd and got caught out by Lethal, who takes him up into a gutbuster. Lethal now bringing Dijak up to his feet. Springs him off the rope. Up onto the top turnbuckle. Lethal looking for the super backdrop. Folding Dijak in half. There's the pin, and Lethal has been incredibly impressive so far here this evening. Still not enough to keep Dijak down though. As Lethal now working on that arm. We've seen a lot of work on those arms here this evening by different people. Different meeple? Good old different meeple. Lethal now heading up top. Is he looking for the elbow potentially? The Black Machismo elbow? He is. And there it is. But again, not going for the pin. He's too busy taunting the crowd. It's just... It's not clever, is it, Lethal? You've got to finish off a man like Dijak while you've got the chance to do so. And there you go. Dijak took the advantage, took the extra time he needed to heal himself up. So then Lethal off the far ropes, but Lethal taking him down. Dijak really struggling to get back in this one now. Lethal springs off with a cutter once again. Dijak middle of the ring. Lethal in with a pin. 1, 2, and 3. And that's a great win there for Jay Lethal. Wow. I didn't think Lethal was going to pull that off, to be honest. I thought Dijak would have had him there, you know. But that was very impressive. Very impressive indeed. And to be honest, I thought Dijak was going to win this, to be honest, but Lethal just took full control of the match early on. Dijak took the early advantage, but as soon as Lethal managed to turn it around, it was a good run by him, actually. Very good run. And possibly could have won the match earlier on, but there was the second springboard cutter, which of course finished Donovan Dijak off. Wonder when we'll see Donovan Dijak in NXT then. I wonder. I know I've read a lot recently about Triple H potentially looking at this NXT Invasion stable again. I wonder if Dijak could be maybe something involved in that. You never know. You never know indeed. And here's our next match of the evening, while Chavo Guerrero takes on effectively the immovable object so far here in SWE Adrenaline. Of course, Fallah Bahh. Now, I'm not expecting good things here for Chavo, because so far in this Adrenaline Universe mode, Chavo is yet to win a single match, and Fallah Bahh is yet to lose a single match. So the chances of this one going Chavo's way are pretty slim, in fairness, aren't they? But you never know. You can't write the guy off, bless him. He's trying. He's trying, bless him. But I do feel like this could be one step too far for him, really. I feel like he could get absolutely demolished here. And it would not be a good situation for... This could be the last time we see him, in fairness. A match against Fallah Bahh, this definitely could be the last time we see Chavo. He could get absolutely hammered. But he has shown, you know, he's got something to offer. Like, watching a lot of Lucha Underground, he's a pretty effective heel character. He can be pretty good. He's not going to be a main eventer, but he's definitely got a good position in the roster. And in this position, in this roster, I feel like he's going to get crushed. Bless his cotton socks. He is going to get absolutely mauled. And not in a good way. If there is a good way to be mauled, is there really? And here he comes, right back. No. I don't know why Fallah Bahh rocks the right back entrance. So yeah, it's been a bit of a dominant force so far, hasn't he, Fallah Bahh? Nobody's been able to stand in his way so far, but then again, has he really had decent opposition? He seems to be like one of these sort of boxers, isn't it, where they try and build up their undefeated streak before going for the big prize fight. So Fallah Bahh defeating these smaller wrestlers gives himself a chance to really sort of build up his repertoire, build up his name before he really goes after something big and something dangerous. And at the moment, something big and something dangerous is exactly what is attacking Chavo Guerrero. Fallah Bahh, boom, wow. Fallah Bahh bring it. Chavo's been busted open already. This match has been going for literally seconds, and Chavo's been busted open. Fallah Bahh, oh, running his entire body weight into the face of Chavo. And Chavo kicked out though. I'll give him that. He's kicked out, bless him. Pretty decent. But Fallah Bahh now just stalking the grounded Chavo Guerrero, dropping his entire body weight on that arm. And that's a lot of body weight to drop on that arm. Oh, there's that big, big chop to the neck. But Fallah Bahh's not done either. Bringing Chavo back up to his feet once again. And Chavo, the blood streaming from his face. He wants this to be over and done with as early as humanly possible. Oh, and there it is again. Chavo destroyed in the corner. Entire body weight straight into him. And Fallah Bahh is... I don't even think victorious is the right word there. It was so dominant. It's more than victorious, isn't it, really? Absolutely brutal, this man. And Chavo's back up on his feet and Fallah offering a handshake once again. Okay. I don't know why he keeps doing this. He's ruining his kayfabe, isn't he? Alright, so before the main event, just wanted to take a few moments to talk about some of the big matches we have coming up for you tomorrow at the Chaos Theory pay-per-view. First of all, we already know, of course, between Adam Cole and Daniel Bryan for the Intercontinental Championship. But PJW has just announced 2 more massive matches we can expect at Chaos Theory. The first one here being AJ Styles versus Sami Zayn. And this one is going to be a #1 contendership match for the Adrenaline Championship. So essentially, whoever wins this match between AJ Styles and Sami Zayn will go on to Shabby Mania to face off against the victor of the Samoa Joe Kevin Owens match. So 2 massive matches there, and another huge one that's just been announced. Due to what happened here earlier on, we are going to see Red Dragons, Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish defending their Adrenaline Tag Team Championships against Cesaro and Cassius Ohno, the Kings of Wrestling. And that is going to lead us straight into tonight's main event of the evening. I mean, look at this main event. It's absolutely insane, isn't it? Look at this freaking main event. Undisputed Era versus Daniel Bryan and the Kings of Wrestling in a 6-man tornado tag. It is happening, people. It is happening right here, right now. Do not adjust your sets. This is a match that has been coming for quite some time. You can never write PJ Toby off. He always manages to pull in a cracking one for you, doesn't he? And here they come, completely covered in gold, the Undisputed Era. But as we just found out, PJ Toby has made the matches official for Chaos Theory tomorrow. Kings of Wrestling will battle Red Dragon. Adam Cole will battle Daniel Bryan. All the belts on the line. Can Undisputed Era continue their dominance? Continue to prove their dominance? Adam Cole's a very confident man. Or will the team of Daniel Bryan and the Kings of Wrestling take the belts away? I'm really looking forward to that. That's going to be massive, isn't it? Absolutely massive. And these 3 guys have been so dominant, haven't they? So far. Showcasing so much ability, of course. The last pay-per-view, Adam Cole defeated Austin Aries. The Red Dragon defeated the Motor City Machine Guns. It's just been great for them, hasn't it? Really. And then this is their first real big. Nothing against the guys they face. Like, don't get me wrong, Austin Aries and Motor City Machine Guns are top class wrestlers. But when you look at the likes of Daniel Bryan, Cesaro, and Cassius Ohno, that is 3 guys just stepping it up a level. Absolutely stepping it up a level, and it's going to be very, very difficult for Undisputed Era to walk out champions once again after Chaos Theory. And of course, remember that basically you've got the championships, because we don't really do championship matches mid-month normally, unless something really happens. Then essentially, if you win your match at Chaos Theory, you're guaranteed a place at our big finale pay-per-view called Shabby Mania. The Shabby Mania is the 3rd and final pay-per-view in this universe mode before then we move on to our Octane universe mode, which I've already got sorted ready to go. And that's going to hopefully be just as good, if not better, hopefully. I'm happy with how I've written my Octane one. It's looking pretty damn good, I must say. I don't like to blow my own trumpet. Well, if I could, I would, but I don't know. Bloody hell. Yeah, I don't like to blow my own trumpet, but I feel like it's going to be very good. And here they come then, Cesaro and Ohno. And what a big announcement that was earlier on by Daniel Bryan. That was massive, wasn't it? Absolutely huge. We saw Cesaro coming out, and then as it sort of panned round, everyone was expecting Sheamus, and as it sort of panned round, it just saw Ohno come into vision. It was amazing. If I don't say so myself. Because even from here, it looks like it's going to be Sheamus, isn't it? And then you just curve around, you're like, that's not Sheamus. There he is. Kings of Wrestling. This is such an amazing team when you think about it, isn't it? Real top team. Two incredible singles competitors, let alone tag team. And this is going to be a real good test for the Red Dragon, really. It's the first major tag team they've faced up against, I think. Like I say, the Motor City Machine Guns are a good team, but I just feel like Ono and Cesaro step up. And if Red Dragon can really prove their dominance by defeating guys like that, then, you know, it's going to be a pretty good showcase their abilities. They may be to actually put their money where their mouth is. But the big match here, this six-man tag match, is really going to determine the momentum moving into the Chaos Theory pay-per-view. If the team of Bryan, Cesaro and Ono were to win this six-man tag, then that would really give them huge momentum going forward and really make it look like they could pull the championships away. But if Cole and the Red Dragon can do so, they're looking pretty good as well. And there we go, straight in the battle. At the moment, it's pretty mixed. It was pretty mixed now, but the team of Daniel Bryan and the Kings of Wrestling are in control until Adam Cole caught Cassius Ohno with that knee in the face. The boot in the arm there by Bobby Fish as Kyle O'Reilly taking on Daniel Bryan. Of course, remember Daniel Bryan has defeated both O'Reilly and Bobby Fish in singles matches clean this month as well already. So he is in top form at the moment. Adam Cole now front chancery on Cassius Ohno for dropping him face first. It's a bit more mixed now. Daniel Bryan with the armbar on Kyle O'Reilly. As you see, Cassius Ohno dropped to the outside. It's quite a bit of damage, so he dropped to the outside just to try and catch his breath, I think. But Cesaro working with Bobby Fish there with a gut wrench suplex, and now going after Kyle O'Reilly as well. And Undisputed Era slowly taking more control in this match, he says, until Cassius Ohno comes in and look for the powerbomb, but Cole breaking free. And there we go, Undisputed Era showing their dominance by being the only three men on their feet at the moment. Daniel Bryan, nice suplex, just launching Bobby Fish via his head. Kyle O'Reilly booting the back of Ohno. Cesaro slowly getting back up to his feet. It is so tricky to keep track of things in this match, and there's just so much going on at once. But six-man tag normal doesn't work, but Tornado does seem to work pretty well. A bit more sense if maybe some of them went fighting on the outside of the ring, wouldn't it? And there's a submission there. It's the reverse dragon sleeper by Daniel Bryan. It's really making the screen wobble a lot, isn't it? Nice gutbuster by Adam Cole as Bobby Fish gets caught. Should I say Kyle O'Reilly gets caught with a clothesline. Bobby Fish now working the kicks in the back of the leg of Daniel Bryan. Adam Cole the backdrop on Cesaro. And once again, it's just Undisputed Era on their feet. And could that be what we see tomorrow at Chaos Theory? Daniel Bryan now reverse DDT on Adam Cole. Cesaro rolls to the outside. Daniel Bryan now taking Kyle O'Reilly down. Oh, running dropkick to the back there by Bobby Fish. Daniel Bryan, forearm and a dropkick on Bobby Fish as well. Daniel Bryan fighting back Kyle O'Reilly now, looking for that belly to belly, but O'Reilly able to break free. And I think Cesaro might have caught a bit of Daniel Bryan as he came jumping off the turnbuckle as well. There's the pin. No, it's not a pin. It looked like it was going to be a pin there by O'Reilly, but instead he grabs a hold of the arm, locking in the arm, and he's got the leg as well hooked. But Daniel Bryan does break free. Cesaro dropping Fish neck first across that top rope, but Adam Cole catching Cesaro now. Well, Cesaro fighting his way free, and there's only 4 men in the ring now, and it looks like, well, Cesaro and Daniel Bryan are in control. Big slam there by Cesaro. Bryan with a pin on Kyle O'Reilly for a 1 count, and all of a sudden, the ring clears, and it's Cesaro and Daniel Bryan and Kyle O'Reilly. It's 2-on-1 in the ring at the moment. Make that 3-on-1, as in comes Cassius Ohno. And for some reason, they all just allow that Dragon Suplex to happen. Big right hand in the gut there by Ono. And over the top with that stunner as well. Bobby Fish, DDT of the knee. As Ono in the corner. Discus, big boot right in the face of Kyle O'Reilly. There's the pin. And Adam Cole able to break it up pretty quick. Cassius dropping a boot against the arm of Kyle O'Reilly. Brainbuster on the knee there by Adam Cole. And big elbow in the back of the head by Ono on Kyle O'Reilly as well. Now Ono launching Adam Cole across the ring. And all of a sudden Ono's in a good position here. Cesaro jumps in the pin on Kyle O'Reilly, who just suffered that big hit. But Adam Cole able to sneak past Cassius Ono and break that pin up. Running neck breaker there by Adam Cole. But Daniel Bryan managed to reverse him. Oh, Daniel Bryan got caught by the elbow in the face. I think that might have busted him open. It has. Daniel Bryan busted open. There's a brain bust there by Kyle O'Reilly on Cesaro. Daniel Bryan now rocking a... Ooh, that was a bit glitchy, wasn't it? Rocking an airplane spin. Daniel Bryan now with a boot across the chest of Kyle O'Reilly. Cassius Ohno back in the ring. Boom, big kick right to the side of the face of Kyle O'Reilly, who's taken the brunt of the damage so far in this match, I think, you know. Ono heading up to the... Where is Ono going? He's going for a nice springboard quesadora. German suplex out of nowhere though by Adam Cole on Cesaro. And there's the label lock being locked in there by Daniel Bryan on Bobby Fish. No one's noticed it yet. I think Kyle O'Reilly did break it. There's the Tequila Sunrise by Adam Cole into the pin. And all of a sudden, Undisputed Era in full control, and Adam Cole picks up the pin victory over Cesaro. Wow, Undisputed Era do show their continued dominance. That's a big win, that is. Adam Cole getting the pin over Cesaro. After that, not Tequila Sunrise. I always get confused with Adam Cole's finishing maneuvers. The flip pile driver, basically. The Canadian Destroyer. Tequila Sunrise. Florida Keys is the... Florida Keys was the straight jacket German. I think Tequila Sunrise was the flip pile driver. Either way, Adam Cole is victorious in this one. The Intercontinental Champ then getting the pin over Cesaro. And that's going to give Undisputed Era some great momentum moving forward into our Chaos Theory pay-per-view tomorrow. Well, there we go, guys. That's the end of this episode. I hope you have enjoyed it. Of course, if you have, then please do slap a like. And, of course, if you're new around here and you want to see some more, then hit that subscribe button as well. Like I said, tomorrow we will upload Chaos Theory, our next Adrenaline pay-per-view, our second out of 3 Adrenaline pay-per-views. And then it's all good, strong stuff moving forward towards our big finale, of course, Shabby Mania, which should be... It's scheduled to go up on the 28th of Feb, so not long away now at all. And then, of course, we'll start up our Octane Universe mode straight after that. I've been Shabby Gamer. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.